second day, part 2 of my stream for this new video game called Vampyr. First day was pretty cool. We got a good intro. Got to learn some good moves, some new powers. Today is the second day going through. We actually have a job at the hospital now, so we're a gainfully employed vampire. If you like what you see, like the video, subscribe to the stream. I promise you I'll keep putting out these videos and hopefully we can go through the entire game. But like I said, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get going. This is part 2. So we got a lot of the backstory in the first stream. We figured out exactly what happened to get our guy into this vampire. And just a side note, if you haven't played the game yet and you don't want to ruin it for yourself, the experience, definitely buy the game, play the game. But if you're still on you're still on the fence, don't know whether you want to buy it or not, or if you just want to enjoy watching it and not play it yourself, please keep tuning in. I'll take you guys through the entire game. But it's a fun game so far. I definitely recommend it. If you like it, buy it. Let's get going. So starting this stream out, our character, he's working at the hospital and he's actually trying to help plague victims, and he's doing a commendable thing. One thing about this game that I realized, that it's really all about choices. Should you kill? Should you not kill? Because those choices are really going to affect the way that you actually play this game. So it's not really about the game itself, but it's about the actual choices that the character makes within the game. All right, let's continue. Take me to a hospital. The blood of citizens is the fastest way to evolve. You can also upgrade your weapons using the workbenches. So those are the choices I'm talking about. The choices to actually take these citizens' lives. You know, we're a vampire, we have to live. But do we evolve from killing people and, pretty much biting them, taking their blood, or do we get the blood from other sources? That's the dilemma that we're going to have. Personally, I'm going to play this game as ruthlessly as possible within the limits of best judgment. So I'm going to try to see exactly the best choice at all times, but for the most part I'm going to end up biting people. It's fun for me. Pembroke Hospital. District status, healthy. So you see our guy in the first walkthrough. He's pretty, bloodied up. His clothes, bite marks on his neck were visible. He looked really disheveled. He looked in terrible condition. Now he's got a job. This is his own room here at the hospital. He's a well-renowned surgeon, and he's doing really well for himself. Alright, so let's look at what our current mission, I think it's right on the screen. Current mission, take me to a hospital, analyze William Bishop's blood at the workbench. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, enter the backyard garden. So that's our current mission. These are the workbenches where you can upgrade your weapons or your abilities. So let's do the upgrade. Actually, just the weapons are upgraded here. Alright, so we're going to craft. Serums, weapons, and we can recycle things we don't need. Blood sample of William Bishop. Fresh sample of William Bishop's blood in a small tube. Analyze to view blueprints. Let's analyze. Like I said, he's a well-renowned surgeon. He's definitely in terms of blood transfusions, he's well known for that. We're going to analyze this guy's blood. Generate 300 health points instantly. Then 150 health points over 15 seconds. Light regeneration serum. Alright, so we got a light regeneration serum. Treatment for sepsis. Treatment for anemia. And treatment for fatigue. This guy has a lot of treatments on him. Alright, so what else do we have? Weapons. Ooh, bludgeon. We have hatchet, and we have a common machete. This weapon right here, this scythe, is really dope. I like this stake because it stuns people instantly, and once you stun them, you can easily just bite them. And we have 2 firearms. We have a revolver and we have a Lupara. We can see what we can upgrade here. This Lupara is pretty dangerous. Can we upgrade it? And we cannot upgrade. What parts are we missing? We need a common trigger part and we need a spring. Can we upgrade this? Same thing, common trigger part and spring. No upgrades there. Can we upgrade our stake? Alright, we have the lead sticks, but we need a tiny common handle part. So these parts you can usually find laying around as you're going through the game. So clearly I need to search more as I'm going through. I think we can upgrade this guy. Can we upgrade it? No. I think we need common handle part for this as well. So I don't think we can upgrade any of these yet. But just be on the safe side. Just checking. We upgrade this. The hatchets. Nope. Alright. Recyclable, bottle of alcohol. These are things currently in our inventory. Could resell volume. Okay, hold on. We can recycle this and we can get springs, screws, and grease. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this as well. We need the parts. Small bottle, glass vials, we need the parts. Alright, now let's see if we can go back. Alright, we got the springs here, but we still need the trigger parts. Handle parts. Yeah, handle part, handle part, handle part, handle part, handle part. Machete is pretty dope. Alright, so I'm going to assume that we can't
blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me.
Look at this guy's eyes.
Keep on searching.
Look at this guy's
eyes.
eyes.
About to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time.
Okay, so we got to rest in bed until the next night. And then we go back to the garden. See if there's anything around here.
The flower is dying. It needs water.
Bruh, I'm not watering plants. Alright, we got more glass vials. Article on econs. Rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits. With a scientific and rational eye, here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or econ, as they prefer to call themselves. So these vampires prefer to call themselves econs. They have supernatural speed, mesmerism. Mesmerism is what we use to lure people into a dark corner and bite them. Blood awareness, we can see blood. Like literally, you can see trails of blood. Like, this is the view. Just click the L3 button and you go into like blood view. You can see trails of blood specifically. And you can see people. Like, you can actually look and see their heartbeat and blood trails through walls. Pretty cool. Alright, more shillings. And aluminum powder is good for upgrading weapons. Alright, so they want us to rest. Let's rest. And evolve at the same time. Alright, so we have a blood barrier shield. It's one of our special abilities. Claws, blood spear, we just got to throw it at the end of the last stream. And blood spear is pretty much a spear made of blood. It's pretty cool. Haven't tried it yet. Looking forward to it. Autophagy, you drain your blood in order to heal your damage. And we have 220 XP, so we're not really going to be able to upgrade anything else at this point. So I guess that's all the resting I can do. Rest in bed until the next night. This gives us the option to upgrade, which we can't do because we don't have enough. Whatever. I'm not resting. I'm gonna go out. Let's refill all our ammo. And let's take a look at our quest. Alright, so merchants may charge their wares differently depending on their borough's health status. Alright, so we can actually go and purchase stuff. Conduct research on my new condition. Rest the battlefield next night. Succeeded identify and confront the vampire who created me. That's what we did in the first chapter of One Quarantine. Rest in bed. So they keep telling me to rest in bed until the next night, but they will not let me sleep. These are the people that we have interviewed or interrogated. Local investigations. Milton, midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Enter the backyard garden. Yes, this is what I will do. Well, let me just try one more time to get in this. What is this? Swansea. Okay. Mr. Swansea, thank you so much for your employment opportunity here at this hospital. Thank you, thank you. All right. Maybe I do need to evolve in order to sleep, so I might need more experience points. Did I just confirm it? Confirm your skill enhancements? Didn't do anything, I guess, because confirming is getting a good night's sleep. Alright, so that's taken care of.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete,
Chapter 2,
I'd
wait,
better
cool.
learn to hide my true nature from the mortals.
Bro, look at your eyes. You need some
What about my
sunglasses.
thirst for blood?
Look at your veins in your face. Alright. Answer the door. It's a pretty easy quest.
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
One thing about this game, it's a lot of dialogue. It's not a lot of action at this point specifically. It's really, you gotta talk to people, you gotta interrogate them, you gotta get hints, really figure out their true nature.
Hurry up.
Alright.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
My room is off limits. Let's
What
get this
type
question.
of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital store?
This guy is resourceful.
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow
Morgue
street.
key.
On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
We're not done yet.
Yes,
we need some more
Doctor?
hits. Okay. Oh, we know what a morgue is.
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies. But with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
Okay. We know what a morgue is.
Why
Don't
don't
you
you
ever rest?
always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion.
Sleep. Sleep
Drugs
is the cousin of
were as
death.
deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
She's a G. She don't sleep. All right, we know what a morgue is.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you.
And the reason you really want to interrogate and talk to people is because oftentimes, if you ask them the right questions, they'll give you hints and they'll give you more information about certain other characters. These people like to gossip. So if a character that you talk to seems kind of standoffish or doesn't answer certain questions, sometimes if you ask other characters, they'll tell you certain things about that character, and then that character will then start to answer questions that they wouldn't necessarily have answered. You know, so for those of you who just like to go in, don't really like to talk to people, just want to get into the action, this is really not that game for you. You're going to have to do a lot of talking. Hacksaw. You got to do a lot of searching as well if you want to be able to get certain items and upgrades. So this is one of those games where you have to find a good mixture of, you know, talking, searching, and then killing. It's not like a stereotypical vampire game where you're just going to jump in and start killing everyone. So I'm not going to go upstairs yet because clearly I have to enter the morgue and I have to enter the backyard garden. I like how the objectives are displayed on the screen. But I will talk to people.
Good evening, Miss Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Any new information, Miss Hawkins? Nope. Then goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss Hawkins.
Alright, so let's see if we can go through the back door from... Yeah, there we go. So this is... And at the top of the screen you can see where it's going to lead you to your destination. 17, 16, 15, blah, 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 blah. So this is the back door right here.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
So this is our shield. Look at it, a blood shield. Only lasts for like 5 seconds though. Pretty cool. What's in here? Shotgun shells, bullets. We'll just keep those in an alley. It's a pretty seedy part of town. Let's go into the back door. Yeah, exactly. So some citizens may have quests for you if you talk to them. They'll always reward your help. Gotta talk to people in this game. Gotta talk. Although I will admit, if this game was more like a Devil May Cry or just like flat out action game, it may be more appealing, but I like the combination here. The combination of talking, searching, and murdering. Because our character really is a good guy. Glass files. Not a glass files. A lot of glass. Alright, so this is the way to the morgue. Find useful medical ingredients in the old morgue. Find some ferrous tartrate, quinine, and sodium hypochlorite. I didn't pronounce those right. Please don't shame me. Those are hard to pronounce. And it's really dark in here. Second exit. It's extremely dark in here. I might have to turn up my brightness settings. Video. That brightness. It's really dark in here. Not too bright. Let's try 8. Okay. A little bit better, but it is extremely dark in here. Right now we're just searching for supplies. A lot of times you'll see the little shimmer. Filthy bed. This is not the hospital you want to be admitted to. Alright, think we searched this room already. Let's take this weapon out. Got a feeling we'll have to do something.
It's locked.
Every door in this game is locked. Except this one. Looks like something on the table. And we don't need it because they are not allowing us to grab it. What else do we have? Oh, here we go. Looks like shillings. Yes, shillings. Wow, look at my radar. On the top of the screen, it's like 4 different things. Four or 5. There's a lot of stuff here. Let's continue this. Okay. Try out the blood spear. Let's try out the blood spear. Ooh, look at all that damage. Come here, buddy. Ooh. Okay, guys.
Is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Ooh. This guy right here is dead. But at least we got a cigarette case for him. What else do we have? Oh, there we go. Yeah, some of our medical supplies that we desperately needed. What else do we have? More shillings? I'll take that money. Like, I feel like the combat is so few and far between that it's hard for me to really master the combat system. As soon as you start to really get adjusted to fighting, you gotta do a lot of talking and walking, a lot of exploring. It's quite okay though, maybe the game will evolve itself as you get further in, but combat is pretty few and far in between at this point. A lot of bullets, no gun. No. Oh, shotgun shells, bullets, no gun. Wow, I wonder what made that blood stain. And this is his blood vision. Jeez, that's a lot of blood. Alright, let's continue searching. Some more things here. This looks like
key will surely grant access to the basement.
Alright, so that door that was locked downstairs, I'm believing now it'll be open. Bottle of alcohol, probably recycle that for glass parts. Anything down there? Nope. Nothing at all. And I don't think I could go into this door. Nope. I think it's...
I cannot enter.
You guys hear that? Yep, there you go. Resistance to physical attacks and ranged attacks. Do I have any shadow? My shadow skills will probably be supreme here. Alright, so what I'm going to try is the shield. Hold on. I'm going to try the shield. Okay, guy. I gotta use my dodge attacks, apparently. Just in case. Well, what's this? Oh, we got some more medical supplies. This guy didn't stand a chance. What's this?
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers.
Frustrate.
As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
We didn't see that the first time we came in here? Oh man, it must be slipping. Alright. I know we got a key for the underground section, but let's just go upstairs real quick to see if there's something upstairs. I'm actually hoping there's more vampires. Really, I like the combat in this game. It's a shame that I don't really get to do much of it. Watery-rich blood sample. No plasma. Nothing up here in that room. Yeah, there's so many locked doors. So many closed, locked doors. What just happened? It looks like something disappeared in front of me. This guy can actually see through the... Yeah, that's in the basement. This guy can see blood through walls and floors. Alright. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of vampires. Just creatures in general down here. So let's keep this vampire vision on. So you can see that heartbeat right there, right through the wall. Literally, it's a heart. And looks like there's 2 vampires down here. 1, 2. Looks like a third one is feeding over there. And let's get this started. Let's start with our blood spear. Too far away. Let's try it again.
These scabs feed from corpses and the husks of animals.
Oh, 2 of them? Let's go. Let's go, buddies. I like the dodge. Like I said, I'm still trying to work on my skills. Alright, you, sir, have pushed the limits of my patience. I probably should get my staff. Ooh. Okay. A little two-handed action now. Oh no! I died! Once again, I'm testing this. It's the first time I actually had to fight 2 people at the same time. Testing my combat skills here. We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna take it to those vampires. Bring them pain. That was a long load screen just to bring me back like literally 6 feet. So let's see what we're gonna do. I like the two-handed scythe is strong. The machete is kind of weak with these guys. It's really weak. We really will have to upgrade it. So let me go with this guy. And I think that they have a resistance to physical damage, so we really should be using our shadow moves. I have the bite, I have the claw. They're not giving me the option to bite them. So let's see. I don't have any blood. We're gonna have to see if we can bite them. So parry attacks. Oh, I can parry with this. Right, let's parry. Let's see if we can get this parry thing going. Got to start it off. It's hard to parry with this thing. Guy attacks so fast too. Ooh. This guy is really quick. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna need, I have no blood, so, but my blood is low. Let me see if I can bite. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can hit it with the stake to stun him. See if I can bite these guys. I need blood. I need blood. And eventually I'll figure out how to parry with this guy. I just walk over something and destroy it. I think I did. It's so dark in these corridors. That makes it even darker. Alright. Alright. Let's get it going. Where are you at? Alright, come on. Come on, baby, come on. He parried me. Okay. Bite him. Ah, they gave me the option to bite. I need to bite. It's the red meter at the top left is blood. If that's full, or at least has more than it does now, then I can do special moves. And these guys are resistant to the physical attacks. My shadow and vampire moves are going to be like the key to getting them. This guy's really blocking. Fight him. Don't give me an option. There we go. Fight him. Fill that blood meter up. Oh. Oh, you'll pay for that one. Yeah, my guy is like on his last way out. But what we can do is we can take a little bit of the blood and give us health. That is so dope. Which is why it's always good to drain blood if you can, because it can be converted into health. I really have to level up the weapons. Like, even though they're resistant to the physical attacks, I still feel that they should do a lot more damage. Let's give ourselves some more health. There we go. Sacrifice a little bit of blood, get a lot of health in return. Yeah, nothing. What is he at? Heard him. Where are you at, buddy? I can see you through walls. Okay, there he is. Level 5. Alright, so looks like he's behind that door. Let's do a little bit of searching here, then we'll go out there and kick his butt. Get out of my way, box. Oh, this looks like something promising. A knife. Let's look at some details. Hold on. Blood absorb. You just acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it and press triangle to directly absorb blood. This is what we need. We need to absorb blood. We need blood. We're a vampire.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, local investigation. Office of Pembroke Hospital Medical Examiner. Let's see. Okay, this is 39-year-old male. Home address unknown. Occupation fisherman. Type of death natural. Probable cause of death fast progressing pneumonia by virus induced pulmonary consolidation influenza. All right. Mr. Tippett was the examiner. Don't know what this has to do with my current mission. Citizen investigations. You can start by tracking it with a square on your map. Looks like we're gonna have to go back and talk to Mr. Tippett. Alright, Brannigan and Dr. Tippett are gonna give me the information about this guy. And the quest is the harder they fall.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Alright. You see, this guy has skills. He's a good guy. Let's do this investigation real quick. We do a little autopsy or something. Let's look at the legs.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips.
That's disgusting.
Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
Where do you see the puncture?
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Oh snap. Mr. Tippett, we are going to...
Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Alright, Tippett. That's probably why they sealed off this part of the hospital. Mr. Tippett didn't want us to find out he messed up. Right. Came from that door. What's this? Oh, it's locked. Probably still locked. What's in here? Can't go. That's violence. Alright, let's get ready to do some damage here. Let's use the last bit of our blood for a shield. That was easy. That was easier than I thought it would be. And we still have a pretty good amount of blood left. Alright, so we checked all of that. We checked the mirror, came through that door, probably lead through that door. Let's see if there's any other doors, if there are any other doors. So yeah, we did a good job. We searched this place thoroughly. Let's... Okay, we came from upstairs. Let's continue. Alright, it looks empty in here. In terms of enemies. Oh. What was I mistaken? Alright, so there's a couple of them. Let's shield. Let's go. Camera can get real funky in this game. It doesn't really lock on targets. Get out of here. Yeah, the camera can get real funky in this game. How the heck did I miss that shot? Oh, got him. Come here, John Doe. Okay, stamina. That's one thing, you can't just attack and dodge relentlessly. Your orange bar is your stamina. Eventually you're gonna run out of it if you keep attacking. We need life. Fight him, we need life. We need your blood for life. Oop. Got him. Yeah, stamina bar. Come on, get my stamina up. Let's get some more. Right now, we're just converting our blood into health. Heal up a little bit. No one likes to be hit in the back. Alright, now it's just me and you, buddy. What you got? What you got? Oh no, two of us here. Now it's one of us.
These scowls can be so ferocious.
Oh. Was that
I'm not
just
sure
one
I can
person the whole
defeat them
time?
without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
1 through 10, how do you guys like that fight? Ah, no shillings? Come on. I need money. Anything down here? I'm getting better. The more combat experience, the better I get. Oh, here we go.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in proper dosage.
Alright, now we can craft the treatment. And we still have to find the lost wallet in the garden. And we go to the other side. Those are our current quests. Oh no. I'm a vampire, but I can't. Let me see. There we go. What's that? I'm a vampire, but I can't climb over things. That's simple. Okay, probably craft right there at that bench. Let's see if there's any other supplies around. Any other doors to go through? Nope. Try this one here. Nope. Nobody behind them. Let's get working. Okay. Water-rich blood sample. Let's analyze it. And an enigmatic formula written on a piece of paper seems complex and needs to be analyzed. I'm pretty sure we can do this. And treatment for pneumonia, treatment for cold, bronchitis, treatment for cold. That's pretty dope. Used to cure a sick citizen during dialogue. Treatment for anemia, treatment for sepsis. These are all the treatments that we knew. We can craft that one. We can only craft one of them at this point. Treatment for fatigue. Let's craft it. I think the nurse said she was tired a lot, so rather than go to sleep, I guess we can just give her drugs. Sounds legit. We generate 300 health points instantly. We generate blood. So this is good for us, for our combat. We definitely need to upgrade this machete. It is weak. Okay, we can increase the damage dealt by 10%. Increase stamina consumption. Let's see, what else can we upgrade? Can we upgrade this steak? Nothing. Machete. Oh, we got a hatchet. A hacksaw, 65. See, this machete is only doing 58 damage. The bludgeon, 65. Hatchet. These are all one-handed weapons. I'm gonna have to go with the strongest one because I feel that there's too much physical damage resistance, and the hatchet seems to be the strongest one here. Can we upgrade it? We have the powder, we have the shards. So why can't we update it? Okay, we need a handle part and let. But we're gonna go with the hatchet. Just a lot of damage. Offhand, blood absorption or stun. We can actually just absorb blood by hitting them. I think that's good. So we're gonna have to switch. Let's recycle this. Get more parts. Bottle cheap gin. And we're recycling the cigarette case. Aluminum shard, aluminum powder. Alright, so let's see what has opened up to us. No, not enough to upgrade that. What about the hacksaw? Not enough to upgrade. They're making us work for these upgrades. I don't want to upgrade necessarily this machete because it's so weak. They only go up to 64 if I upgrade it. Where I already have these at 65 and 72. Yeah, I'm looking at that hatchet, like, really like looking at the hatchet. I think I'm gonna roll with that. Alright, let's go back. This guy has a lot of damage for two hands. I feel like if I get better with it, it'll be a good weapon to have. Let's see. What about this knife? I can upgrade the knife and make it 8 blood absorption. And it's better than necessarily stunning because it just pretty much takes the blood for each hit. So I think I may want to actually upgrade this and use this from now on. Decrease stamina consumption. Absorb blood points when a weapon hits. Yeah, that's what we want, buddy. We want blood. Oh, that's better. Oh, we're already at level 3 with it? How dope is that? Okay. Missing some parts. I don't necessarily know if I want to go with the stun factor anymore. I just want to take their blood straight up. And if we can't upgrade the hatchet, then we're done here. Because that's what I'm going with now. It's just 72 damage. You can't go against that. What about the bludgeon? We're good. We got more parts. Can we craft any more? Alright, we'll all craft it out. Alright, so we're good. Bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane in the patient's room. Find the lost wallet in the garden. A little garden shop and garden searching. I want that hatchet. So let's see what we have. Alright, we gotta. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna change. We want the hatchet. Let's go back. So we have the hatchet, and I can get better with the scythe. And we're gonna use this listing knife. Warning, equipping a two-handed weapon. We know this already. Alright, so we have the hatchet. Knife. Do we need this? Let me try the bludgeon. It was... Oh, the hacksaw. 65. 15, 20. This one attacks faster. And fast is always good. Let's equip this. Can we equip it? Guess not. Oh, yeah, here we go. Alright, so we have hatchet, we have the bludgeon, we have this. Do we need that serum that we just used? We crafted. I don't think that's for me. Alright, so crafted, it wasn't for me. We need more experience before I will feel comfortable upgrading anything else. Alright, so we're here. We're gonna go to, where's the garden at? Midnight in the garden. Alright, let's get going. How you guys like this hatchet? That's what I use to get the blood. Let's see if I can get in this chest.
It's locked, all right.
Still locked. Make sure they don't throw any enemies at me by surprise, even though I cleared this area. Oh, looks like they did. What you got, buddy? Not enough. Not enough. Give me that blood. Ooh. Not enough. Not enough. Another one? Yes, I like the combat. Let's go. See how many we got? 1, 2. This vampire vision is so dope. You see them right through walls. Alright. 2. Let's start off with this shield. You are nuts. Wanna cheese me? This. Alright, we gotta go into a larger room because this camera is killing me in this small room here. Come out here. There we go. I'm about to die, so let's get some health real quick. Really? Come here. And let's give ourselves some more health. And let's... Okay, hold on. There's a cooldown period. And let's give ourselves some more health. Yeah, it's good to be a vampire. Just take your own blood and heal yourself. Another pocket watch. Looks like this is something that I can't pick up. Any more? Any more victims here for me? Nope. Nope, what's this? Okay. Some more drugs. I do believe I have to leave out this door, but let's just check. Maybe that door, I don't know. Let's leave. I think we have accomplished everything that we could accomplish in this morgue. Not that many load screens, but the ones that are there are just noticeably there. This is almost like you can go and get a snack type load screen. If you like the video, subscribe. More videos will be coming. Definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. Comment, let me know what you guys think. Got the bludgeon. Let's test this bludgeon out. It's quicker. Definitely quicker than the hatchet. So I think if there were like 2 or 3 enemies attacking me at the same time, the bludgeon will work a tiny bit noticeably better than a hatchet. And it just sounds cooler. Bludgeon. Alright, let's see. Vampire vision real quick. Okay, we have 2 right in front of us. They're not resistant to physical or ranged attacks. So I can literally blood spray these guys and bludgeon them to death. Can I sneak up on them? Get the silent kill on one of them? Silent kill? Fight him. Come here, buddy. Yeah, just watch. Watch me. That's for watching. You gotta help your friend. Nope. Bludgeon. Oh, good one. Come here. Come here. Ooh, nice parry. Alright, you gotta go. This combat system. Come here. Give me that blood. Give me that blood. Give me that blood. And they stop you when you run out of stamina, so. Give me some more blood. Give me some more blood. Alright. In that, and then in an update to this game, they really, if possible, they will really have to improve this camera. This camera just does not know what you're focused on at any point. It just gives, it does nothing for combat at all. It just stays there. Like, you literally have to move the camera yourself. It doesn't focus or locking on anyone. Pretty wonky like that. I mean, it's bearable, but I mean, it's 2018. We've had so many games like this. I feel like they could do a lot better with the camera. Like, it's like looking at the ground where you're fighting. Search to the trash can because we're bums. Alright. Let's go. What do we have in here? Right. I like the sound. All the screams in the background definitely gives you this nervous uneasiness when you're playing through the game. Nothing in there? No one over here? Let's see. What do we miss here? 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Oh, this is what we missed. Photography on a wallet. A photograph of a smiling, loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. Ah, Milton, you know I'm going to show you this picture, buddy. You know I'm going to show you this picture.
Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Hey, man. Sometimes you need a little love. Sometimes you need a little love. Alright, what's around here? Oh, what was that? I heard something. What does that mean? Oh, it wasn't me. Oh, something down there. Looks like that's the way I'm supposed to go. So, oh no, let me see. I didn't go back here. Let me see what's over here to this door. And maybe this is a way around the guy. Stay at home. If you know what's good for you, stay at home. Unknown. Blood quality. What is this? Alright. Let's stick with the mission first. Then we'll, at some point, probably go back there. Can we go through? No, we can't go through. Hi, Milton. Got something for you to look at, sir.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Nah, I'm trying to embarrass you. Found your wallet, buddy.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money
And a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all.
Nah, son. You got a boo.
Please.
That's
take
what
this money
bothers me.
anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not
Nah,
everybody
son,
is
tell
as
everybody.
broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Did we open? Yes. We have a personal question. It just unlocked. Before this was locked. But once we found the wallet in the picture, now we can ask him a personal question. Let's talk about you and Mr.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Bound by
During the
despair?
war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all
We
that matters.
support each other.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Just tell me to mind my business and I will. That's what I want to hear you say. Let's trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what
Everyone needs all of those. Alright. So we need these to upgrade the weapons. I just don't want to pay so much for them because I'm hoping that we can find them throughout the world. Because literally I have 168 shillings and that'll pretty much take me down like almost half of what I have. Let's see. Shotgun shells and bullets will be fine, so that's not a problem. I want his gun, but I'd rather kill him for it than pay 315. That's a lot. I mean, we don't even have that. So, yeah, we're gonna just stick it out for now. I don't want to give up all my money. I have the hatchet already. So I don't know. Oh, it's just so I can sell them. What can I sell them? Maybe get some money from selling. It took a while to make that. We can sell a watch. We can sell a wedding ring. Belong to Clay Cox. I don't want to sell something that belongs to somebody else. Even we kill them. Alright, I'm gonna stick it out. These prices are ridiculous. I need you to come down on those prices and then we'll talk. Bring the medicine to Dorothy Cream. Who else do we need to talk to? This isn't Tippett, is it?
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Oh, it is. We have to talk to you about your examination. You're a medical error, sir. See, all of these were locked before as well, but when we discovered that corpse, this unlocked.
I want you to tell me about Mr. Conn. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Appreciate this guy's honesty. Yeah, why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have said
Right, it
so
happened
many
once,
lies
too many
since then.
times.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
You overdosed him on something that wasn't supposed to get in the first place.
Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Why not stop practicing? Alright, that's pretty much it.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I'm pretty sure he's not going to like me after figuring out he made that mistake.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
Is this Cream?
Mistress of the Dark.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good
This
evening,
is
Doctor.
Brannigan.
Goodbye,
Yes.
Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
We have no words for you. Where is Nurse Cream at?
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, Nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
You know where to find me, Swansea. Disease decreases the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them, and then we can kill them and take their blood. It's the way to do it. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status. Let us do what we do. We don't know his blood quality just from looking at him. Unknown.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
R1 to check their medical status. L1 to mesmerize. Healing a citizen will increase his blood quality and will reward you with XP. The health status of the district will also improve. Let us
Do you
heal
need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Ah, here we go. Fatigue. Tip. So we can cure with our treatment that we made. Right, you're in the hospital for fatigue. So go to sleep. Alright. Let's give him the medicine.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Alright. Alright, so he's recovering and the XP went up. So let's ask him some personal questions. Well, let's figure out what's going on here. How painful is your throat?
Is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
And we must
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then
Maybe I'll
it's
take
not
my
just
treatment
your
back.
throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe.
Bite marks.
But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
So these hints will open up as I find other things in the world and create complete quests. So right now I can't really do much there. Can we ask him any personal questions? Yes.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Shut me down. Shut down.
I have to
Goodbye.
go, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any.
I literally could mesmerize him, take him somewhere, and kill him.
This hospital seems to be
Maybe later.
apart.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you
When you got your mommy here,
I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
dude doesn't want to talk. About
What can you
yourself,
tell me about yourself,
mother,
Mrs. Goswick?
mother gospel.
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Okay. Are you that rich, man? Yeah,
Are you
pretty much.
really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Pretty dope.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice. Considering the
much.
state of emergency.
Is there something in
It is a crappy
particular that's
hospital.
bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Okay. Tell me about your
Tell me
rivalry.
more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed.
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
You should have showed your
I
help.
share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
She is pissed off. Alright, I think we pretty much did everything. Just gotta go investigate. Personal questions, nothing. Their life in London, nothing.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Nothing. I kind of want to mesmerize, but let's follow the script here. Talk to Mr. Swansea. Hold on, what did she tell us? She said somebody charged her. Who charged you?
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems
Miss
to have quite a
Hawkins?
dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to
Alright, Miss Hawkins. We gotta talk to Miss Hawkins. You're
Goodbye,
not supposed to be
Mrs.
charging people, I guess, for a bed.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
You talking to me, sir? Are you talking to me?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Bruh, it says you're healthy. Are you just bored? Tell me about yourself, Mr.
I'm
Fiddick.
just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
Tough break. Literally. Looks like a broken arm. It's tough. Can't do nothing for you now. Can't do anything, buddy.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Swansea, Mr. Swansea. Blood temptation. Remember, Citizen's Blood will provide you a massive XP boost. They want me to kill these people. Look for citizens of your mesmerized level or below and choose one. They want me to kill. Look at his eyes. He needs to kill. Maybe I can get this guy right here. I mean,
as for me,
it's tempting. Very tempting. It's very tempting. What's this? Finish letter. I'll read that later. Let's go to talk to Mr. Swansea. Who's this? Hey, buddy. Hey,
Good
buddy.
evening,
Hey, buddy.
Reed.
Hey, buddy.
I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
That's dope.
I am honored to have the opportunity to
I
work
am
with
the
you.
inspiration.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach.
It's
My
nothing.
process is purely
Nothing.
experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Ooh. This guy's a healthy blood with a lot of XP. Tempting. Tempting, Mr. Strickland. Very tempting. Hold on. Boyfriend choosing technique. Did I ask
Tell
him
me
about this?
more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair
A little bit of
question.
both.
I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me about this story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This
You must
personal
remain neutral.
involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Aykroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Yeah, I kind of want to mesmerize him, but then I kind of don't want to ruin any type of later on quest that I could have gotten from him. So for now, I'll stick to just mesmerizing people
What can you
outside of
tell me
hospital.
about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions
Guy
remain
loves his
about
job.
our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Not that I plan on helping you.
Yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
If I decide to. Alright, see, if I would have killed him, I wouldn't have gotten that investigation, which will probably give me XP anyway. I mean, 2500 XP is pretty dope. Probably level up 2 skills, but I'll probably get more from being nice to this guy than killing him.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I still might kill him later, but right now I'm just going to just play it safe. Alright, let's look at the map. Seems like we got a couple of things we got to take care of. Look at all of this that I have not done yet. All these places that I have not gone. Like, I feel like everything at this point has just been in this hospital area. There's a lot left to do. Alright, so a rat in a hospital. We have to talk to Mr. Swansea about this rat. We don't like rats unless we can drain their blood. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Talk to Mr. Swansea. What's this? No more patients. Hospital full. Go back home. That is something you don't want to see if you're sick. Right. Come on, Mr. Swansea. Let's talk about this rat. Okay. Where are you, Mr. Swansea?
It's locked.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body. Biology's penultimate frontier.
Yorick, pure Yorick. How does it
The
go?
more its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say,
pretty ironic.
from heaven.
I'm a living paradox.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edward.
Okay, Mr. Swansea.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the soul, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit.
And kill her.
Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Bro, I wasn't even talking.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your...
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were assaulted.
Where do we stand today?
Well, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
I wonder how much XP I can get for killing this guy. I mean, if they would even let me do it. It seems like killing this guy would like immediately end the game. So what do we have here? Letter of Rakish. A lot of dialogue in this game. It really is. All right. So he said go back downstairs next to the entrance and look for a woman who essentially just doesn't look like she belongs here.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily.
Give me a second,
I
guys.
take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vampire. The lady who saved me that night. Before Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but I rather
countless questions.
Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Your cover?
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
Do I believe her? Yeah, she looks like the type. I believe it.
Cared for by women.
I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
I'm here to help you.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion.
Extortion?
I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money.
Very true.
My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Why not solve this yourself?
Criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a
River of
tendency
blood
to
sounds
spiral
very
out of
delicious.
control.
What do you
What
want
are
of
your
me?
expectations? Please be precise.
Who do you want me to kill?
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Please continue.
Please continue. Every detail is essential.
I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
I need blood too.
Excuse my impertinence, Your Ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I
Yes,
assure
it
you that
is.
this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
Miss Jones.
As others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
That's what I need. Thank you very much. Let's talk to Harriet. Wow, mesmerized level 20. It's not happening. Alright, let's find Harriet.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect. What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern.
I'm a
Where's Dr.
surgeon, man.
Swansea?
Please calm down.
Calm down, madam.
I should have told her to shut
I
up.
assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones?
Just the lady I was looking for.
I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something.
Clearly.
This isn't a social call.
Duh.
Incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
You like us? I feel like just asking her if she's a blackmailer will accomplish nothing. But let's see
You
where it
seem
goes.
to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes.
Woo.
Just waiting for me to pop off
Switch
they are.
language, lady.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death
Lady.
before getting you a blanket.
I assure you, Wilden, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? nurses, Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you
Yeah,
for your
we know
time,
about
Mr.
that one.
Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Fine Nurse Pippa Hawkins, Fine Nurse Dorothy Crane, Fine North Gwyneth Brannigan.
Miss Jones, greetings. How do we feel?
Again?
I'll come and visit you shortly. Good night, Miss Jones.
See, like, much of this game is just talking to people.
Staff might know something. I'll start my investigation.
Much of it. So far, probably about 90% of this game is talking to people. Okay, who is this? This isn't. And we got some distance. 62. Alright. So let's go to the first one. Hawkins, I think, will be the first one.
It's safer here than anywhere else.
34. Jeez, where are they? Open that door.
It's locked, all right.
You son of a... She's like, okay, he's coming. Let me close the door, lock him out real quick. Pippa Hawkins. Where is Pippa Hawkins? Like, literally just shut the door on me. I swear one of the nurses just went in there and just shut the door on me. Alright. What am I... Hey, man, he's dead anyway. He doesn't need that money. You don't need those letters. Where you going, sir? Alright, let's get some health. I kind of feel like I'm not finding any of these nurses. Like, they don't want me to find them. 2020, Alright. I'm tweaking now. Where is this nurse? What are these nurses? Use my radar. Dorothy in the area. Dorothy, where are you? Dorothy. Yeah, like. Dorothy. Okay. Yeah, I left the area at that point. This hospital is huge though. It's so huge, I can't find any of the nurses. The ones that didn't shut the door on me. This radar really isn't helping me too much. I'm trying to use this radar. And it just disappears. Alright, whatever. They want me to search myself. I thought they would lead me right to the nurses. I just see it. Okay, we've already talked to her. She's not on our radar. Alright, let's just... Here we go. Come here. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Good evening.
Talk to me.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
A couple of things I have to talk with you about, young lady. let's talk about you and Milton first.
I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes. Milton
During
Hooks,
hospital
he's my
hours?
man.
Shame.
If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
People
I
have
have no
seen you guys.
intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins.
Yeah,
Are
we
you
don't cock
aware
block.
of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he
Nice.
worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Pepper.
Yes.
I have no...
The rules say...
Is he worth...
Hey,
That's all? Okay, thought you were gonna spill the beans.
What can you tell me about this strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
The taming of the shrew. She could have said the truth. Miss Jones deserves our help.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones...
She deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough.
Mm.
Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Woo. Woo.
What can you tell me about this strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess.
Yeah, this should give us pretty much, there was no help there. Alright, whatever.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright, let's talk to Dorothy Crean and Brannigan. Like, she literally called her an old shrill. Okay, we spoke to him already. Let's get some stuff. Let's get some stuff. Is this door open? Yes. I mean, it closed the door in my face last time. Let's get some stuff. Codeine. Alright, we spoke to this lady before.
Don't waste your time with me.
Yeah, we're not wasting any more time with you, buddy. We're not. Feeling your throat. Alright, Brannigan, where are you? I think we need to feed real quick. Anybody down here to feed on? Yeah, we need to feed. Hello?
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I need blood bad.
Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from...
Blight. Oh, he has pretty good blood quality. Oh man, there's stuff that I have to do. I can't just kill him. I need somebody I can just kill.
I'll see what I can do for your friend.
I really don't care about helping his friend. Alright, where's the
Where was
location?
your friend the last time you saw him?
Maybe
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital.
I think I actually ate
I think
his
he went to
friend.
the sewers on purpose.
Or bit his friend.
So I couldn't go after him.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is... nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Got some codeine.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. Taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Alright, eavesdrop. Press L3 to activate your citizen. It is behaving suspiciously. The heart will administer the glow. By looking at the citizen, you'll unlock a special interaction. Look for Dorothy Cream. I don't see any special glow in his heart. Sorry about your friend, bud. Sorry about your friend.
It's locked.
I knew I bit somebody before and left him here to die. Just don't know if I bit his friend. They seemed like they were really cool. Oh well. Stuff happens, buddy. Where's Gwyneth? Right again.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh, hold on.
Call me if you need assistance.
Oh crap, I did it again. I'm gonna try to eavesdrop.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you...
I'm trying to eavesdrop before I actually talk. Look for that distinctive glow. Looks like she's just walking into things. I don't notice any distinctive glow. This looks like a regular heart. Some nice juicy blood.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Alright. Strange man visiting nurses.
Strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Ah, you're lying. You were too firm with that. Let's see.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Pretty generic answer.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett...
Tell me about his error.
I know his
Phyllis'
mistake
sister.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
That is true.
I can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority, so we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippett.
The harder they fall. I think this game is mostly about just talking to people and trying to get them to reveal the truth.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found out.
Yeah, the hint failed because I talked to him already. Duh. He doesn't need to know. I've already talked to him. Alright, let's go back to this
strange man visiting any of the nurses here.
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Okay, so she has to help us. We got one more nurse to talk to. Looks like a regular heart to me. Alright, we got one more nurse to interview before we end this one. Dorothy Crane. Where's Miss Crane? Hawkins unknown.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Oh, she's like another vampire.
And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg
Yeah, she's a vampire.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal...
What are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Clearly.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The garden near the morgue? We've been
The
here.
staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Bro, look at my eyes. Do I look mortal to you? They look just like yours. We both look sickly as hell.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named...
She's mentally ill.
The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, but they are dead. A ghost or a ghoul. Or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional.
She's crazy!
Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Okay, turn into a bat. Show me.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
You are
Have you heard
crazy!
of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reed.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Shade. Alright, let's find a nurse. No more weirdos. I think we talked to her already. Who's this?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening.
Oh, Hawkins, yeah, we talked to her. Let me see. Strange man visiting nurses. Yeah, she offered us no help.
Goodbye.
Peace. Peace out, homie.
Disgust on every street corner.
I need my medication.
Shut up. We talked to her already. Alright, well. If you like this stream, you're interested in getting this game, I definitely suggest it. You know, it's pretty good. It's not the greatest, but it is a pretty dope concept. Like the video, subscribe. Like the video and subscribe. Let's see, where is Dorothy Crane? She's not even in the hospital area. Come on, nurse. Dorothy in the area. We spoke to Newton. I kind of feel like these nurses shouldn't be so hard to find. Spoke to Tippett. Spoke to Milton. Where are you hiding? You are a nurse. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, somebody's down there. Well, duh, but I think somebody's talking to somebody. Let's go and eavesdrop. Eavesdrop. Something is going on. Something is going down. Mr. Newton Blight is talking to someone. Uh-oh.
Have you found us? Not all right.
I have all the information I...
Thank you.
Where's this nurse? Come on, nurse. Is this her?
Good evening, Nurse Brent.
Nope. We talked to her already. You had to ask her where Miss Crane is. I'll come back out there and figure out who is eavesdropping or the conversation at the time. Maybe she's upstairs.
I cannot enter.
We spoke to Mr. Swansea. Where is Nurse Crane? Hard to find a nurse when you need her. This is my room. It should not be so hard to find this nurse. Nurse Dorothy Crane, alright. So she's clearly not on the hospital grounds. Maybe she's out here talking to Mr. Blight. She's gotta be somewhere down here. Opium. There we go. Okay, here we go.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals.
Such language, sir.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
I need you to get your reading skills up. And Dorothy, you got some splaining to do, Dorothy. Alright, what just happened? And where did she just go? Retrieve the thug in the sewers. He about that thug life, let's get him. not another long load stream. Ah. Bah, humbug. Alright. Come on, thug.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
You need to shadow through that door. Coding. Once again, if you like the stream, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it out as well. Let people know that this is the game, that if they want to buy it, take a look at the video and see if this is what they want, and then they purchase it. So far I'm having pretty much a lot of fun with this game. Not a lot of action, as you see. It's a lot of talking and investigating, but it's not a bad thing, you know. It's a good mixture of battling, but it's mostly just you investigating and trying to figure out the cause of your illness.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
What man? Well, wherever he is. I can't breathe. Oh, we got some life down here. Let's make sure we are good now. It's been so long. Alright. Yeah, it's when we run out of stamina that we seem to get attacked. So we have to actually work on a way of getting more stamina, or decreasing the amount of stamina that these attacks take. So we will have to upgrade at some point, because I can bash away at them, but when I run out of stamina, that's a wrap. I don't even have the stamina to get away sometimes. Get out of here. I'll take that. Common barbed cudgel. Nice. Oh, we're getting stuff in here. I'm liking this. I hear something. Where are you coming from? Oh, somebody's being dragged, literally. Come here. Oh, okay. The move did not come out. Get that claw, buddy. I don't know what it is, but all of these vampires I'm killing have drugs on them. They're about that drug life. Bullets. We definitely have to work on our stamina. I think after about maybe 5 or 6 attacks, we run out of stamina and then they hit us back. Work on that. Something will upgrade eventually. But I kind of feel like you do so much talking in this game, by the time you get back to the action, you have to get yourself used to how to attack. Not a good mixture at all. It's just mostly investigation, and every now and then you get to the fight. Look at this. What is this guy doing? What are you doing, sir? Nice parry. Give me some drugs. Yeah, this one didn't have any. Where's that mouse? Where's that mouse? Give me some blood. Well, sorry, Mr. Sewer Rat, but I needed that blood. Right, the Band of the Dragon. Oh, and another rat. It used to be so funny when I would see Brad Pitt do that interview with the vampire. Like, dog, you're an immortal demon and you're drinking rat blood. All right, let's go up here. All right, come on. Give me some more rats. Come on. Turn that into some health. And let's figure out what we're going to do at this point. Alright, so we have a couple of things. Let me take a look at my weapons, because I just did pick up a weapon. Bludgeon 65. This bludgeon is 65 as well, 1020. This bludgeon attacks faster. Hold on. This is the bludgeon we're using, 1020. This is a cudgel, 130 attack. How could I not? And it stuns him? It takes a lot of stamina though. We'll work on that, but how could I not? Let's equip this. Thank you so much. How could I not? So it's the cudgel. We can hold it. Twins. We have light generation soon. Alright guys, probably do another 10 more minutes of this stream. Once again, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Buy this game. I mean, I think it's good. Honestly, maybe I expected it to have a lot more action, but either way, I think it's pretty dope. This looks like it's going to be an arena for like some type of battle. Did we kill him? Yep, I called it. Oh, this guy's huge.
What sort of creature is this?
This guy is huge. Alright, how do we tackle this? Let's get this shield like. We need more stamina. So that's what we're gonna level up next. I gotta be able to hit and run. We don't want to take this guy's hits. Fight him. Come here. Give me some of that blood. Ah! You mad? Come here. Come here. Get this shield life going. Woo! Okay. Ooh, nice 3-piece combo. Let's get some of that health back. Come here. Fight him. Beast. Okay. This guy has a lot of health. A lot of health. He's mad. He's mad. Let's get some of this health back. Or some stamina back. Fight him. And let's claw him now. We need to take some of this damage. There we go. I actually like this. See, I wish there were more battles like this, and I wish the camera was good. This camera sucks. I have to literally move it myself. Like, there's nothing else you should be focusing on other than this guy. After 2 attacks, I'm literally out of stamina. Sounds like a dog. Okay. Convert that blood into health. There we go. And let's use the rest of the blood for a shield. Let's make this happen. As long as I can keep taking the blood, I think we'll be good. And claw. Okay. We got a little aggressive there, and it did not pay off. Come here. Okay, that's too aggressive. We have no stamina. We need some blood. Oh, okay. This is not going well. We need blood. Give me some more blood. Oh, okay. There we go. That is good. And let's finish him off here. Okay, let's make sure we have enough stamina to finish him off. I think I just want to finish him off with the blood spear. We don't want to risk this. Okay. Thank you for not locking me on camera. Out of stamina again. Look at that. All in my suit didn't mess it up at all. Okay, jacket is still fresh to death. Alright. What do we get for killing him? We get nothing. Look at the mayhem, the massacre, all of these bodies that this thing has taken. Like nothing but bones
Here's
left.
what is left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
Yeah, let's just take a couple of organs that we see left there. Okay. All we see is this voucher. If you're sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothy to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon. Okay.
Some vouchers for free check-up in Whitechurch.
What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Wow, literally, he did all of that? This guy was a full human, and like 10 seconds later, he's nothing but a skeleton. What looks like a liver or something. It's pretty bad. Was that his skull? No. Yeah, this guy got like completely skinned and fleshed and everything. Right. We're about to die. We need some rats. Anything else down here? There we go. Come here, rat. We need blood. Don't judge my life. I'm a vampire. Come here, blood. I like how he just kicks him into the air, looks like. Here we go. About that blood life. We do anything here? Okay. What else is there to do? Kind of feel like we need some more rat blood. Here, rat, rat, rat. What's down here? Okay, yeah. We don't want to go back down there. We've already been there. It's where the demon was. I think we're done here. We can see if there are any more weapon parts or weapons or anything that may be useful, or any rats, because we can always use more blood. And we went in that case already. We heard something. I guess it's outside. Alright guys, I think that's going to be the end of this stream for today. We'll finish this quest when I come back for part 3. If you didn't see part 1, check it out. This is part 2. Part 3 will probably stream it either today or tomorrow. But once again, if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for checking me out and supporting this channel. Any questions, you can comment, leave any comments on the stream, whatever. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Vampyr. I'll catch you guys at the next part.